Hi, welcome back to our channel, Porto Grove Conversations. I'm Clara Grove. I'm here with my husband.
I'm Chris Grove.
Today we are going to be talking about having a relationship with someone from a different cultural background. I'm from Brazil. Chris is from here, from USA. So we have different cultures. And sometimes that's really positive in our relationship, but sometimes we struggle a little bit just because we are just so used to do things differently our whole lives.
Yeah, definitely.
So to start the video, we are going to talk about having a relationship with someone that doesn't speak your first language. Like my first language is Portuguese and his first language is English.
My only language, by the way.
Till now, because you're gonna learn the Portuguese, right, baby?
That's very true.
Yeah, so as you guys can imagine, like I was a teenager that I was always practicing in my head or like in the shower when I was fighting someone in English. I can say that was different because when we are fighting, there are so many feelings that I don't know. I'm just my English is not really good right now.
That's okay, baby. This is exactly what the video is about too. As you can see.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm struggling right now with my English. I've been living here for more than 6 years, and I still struggle a lot. Some days my English just doesn't want to happen. But anyway, actually having a fight, having a discussion with someone in English, it's really different than when you are in your shower by yourself, just practicing that in your mind.
Right.
Just being like an actress.
Yeah.
Because you have all these feelings, you are upset, you are emotional, you are sad, and then you have to deal with these feelings and at the same time create figure it out a way to put all of that in English in a way that you can understand me, in a way that we can actually have a discussion, not just
not just go back and forth, but you want to convey the right message, but you want to say the right words, and you got to think about that and try to spit it out, and you're emotional like you just said, so it's a lot of stuff going on in your brain, right? So it's trying to put that all together. I can only imagine if I try to do that in a different language, it probably wouldn't go as well as you do.
I feel like in the beginning was probably a little harder because I feel like my English has gotten a lot better since we started our relationship.
For sure.
So do you remember any fight that we had that you were like, what is this lady talking about? What is she trying to say to me?
That's a good question. I can't think of any off the top of my head specifically, but I will say that your English over, the years since we've known each other and since you've been here has gotten tremendously better, way, way better. And so I think it makes it easier when we do have disagreements or arguments. I think it makes it feel like it's easier to communicate as to what's going on and what you're needing and what I'm needing. Maybe in the past it wasn't quite as clear, or we were kind of not on the same page, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean now we know each other better too, right?
Yeah, so that helps too.
It's easier to read you to read my feelings and me to read your feelings.
Yeah,
easier.
That's a good point. At first we didn't really know each other as well, so it's kind of I don't know how to read you and I don't understand you as much at the same time, so it made it even harder. But now I think we're many years into our relationship, so it makes it a lot easier to be able to read the body language, and also your English is a million times better. So
thank you. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I really struggled, you're not jealous of anything.
Yeah.
I have never seen you jealous. With nothing, with any situation, with anyone, with nothing. I've never seen you jealous.
Yeah.
So that I in my head, in the beginning, especially, that was a problem for me.
Why is he not getting jealous when a guy talks to me, or a guy texted me, or someone said?
When I tell you that someone hit on me.
Someone hit on me at the store, and I was like, "Nice, yeah, you're hot. I would hit on you too. Good for that guy."
For me, that was really hard to understand. Sometimes I still struggle a little bit, but it's not even close to what it was in the beginning, because it was just so different. All my previous relationship. There was jealousy.
Is that more of a common thing, would you say, in the Brazilian culture?
I feel like
Like
yes.
guys and girls both being jealous
I
and,
f-
and explaining that to their partner, like,
At
or
least
showing
in
it.
all my relationships, that's how it went.
Right.
And like be a little controlling of what you were doing, me trying to control what you were doing, and
Right.
you were trying to control what I'm doing.
So it's like a two-way street on that more.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Like in none of my relationships in Brazil, I don't think I would be like allowed to go to like a concert by myself.
Yeah.
No, like a club by myself.
Sure.
And we don't have that. Like I went to Brazil. I spent a whole month there
Right.
by myself, and we didn't have any trouble with like jealousy or like you feeling like I was doing something wrong or anything
Yeah.
like that. We know that that happens on the other way. Like when you travel, I get insecure. I get
Yeah.
jealous.
And that's probably because of what you're used to in your life. Because what I'm used to, and I don't know, I wouldn't say it's maybe necessarily American culture, but there's a lot more kind of emphasis on like jealousy is obviously not a good trait to have as a human being, and that's something that I don't. That's something
very
that
true.
that's something that I don't want to have. I want to be clear-headed, and I want to trust the people, my friends, my family, my significant other. And so to do that, you have to be able to show that you are, you know, if you're always like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, like always on people, like seeing if like they're doing the right or wrong thing. It creates a distrust, and then that can create more jealousy, I think. So that's why I do that. I think it comes from a place of like, not that I don't care or that it might make me a little jealous or whatever, but I think it's in my brain the right thing to do to keep building a healthy relationship, and I just try to focus on that. And yeah, just in my past experiences with relationships, it's the same way. Like the women get jealous, and that more often than I would. You know, I've always been pretty much the same in terms of my other relationships. Like I've never been controlling or trying to, you know, tell people what to do per se. But
I think being too jealous, it's a problem,
Yeah.
right? Because we're gonna fight in every situation.
yeah,
If we're going to a party, we are going to fight. If we go to the movies, we are going to fight. Being too jealous, I think it's a big problem. But I miss sometimes like being a little jealous. I know that it's not because you don't care. It's just the way you are. It makes me more secure about you too. You know, makes me more comfortable too when you are out there because you trust me so much that it makes me trust you more.
yeah. And that's I was just gonna say that's why I do that, is because I'm trying to portray a level of trust and a level of commitment to you, and that's the way that I can show that as a man and who I am. Is being jealous and insecure makes me feel like I'm going to be someone that's not as strong, is not as independent, is not as like a good team member. It's more like selfish almost to me, because like it's part of life. Like you're going to meet other people out there.
One thing that I would like to add in this part is that this has nothing to do with us, with trust between us, but we track each other's phone. I can see where he is 24/7. He can see where I am at 24/7.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people are gonna have like an opinion about this, but in our situation is mostly because of safety.
Yeah, in my brain it's 100% because of safety. Like when you're out late with your friends having dinner or something, and you're coming home from Seattle, it's an hour away and it's raining, and you're driving home, I can see exactly where you're at. I can see if you stopped. I can see if whatever, you know, if anything happened, I would know, and I would know exactly where you're at, so I can come find you if I needed to.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah. And so I think that could, like you said, it could be kind of seen as like, oh, I'm spying on him. But like, if you both know that, it's like, I guess the way I look at it is, if you didn't want to do that as a couple, it's like, what do you have to hide? Like, I don't have anything to hide. I'm just doing my day. Like, you can look at wherever I'm at, and I like the safety aspect of it too. So you know where I'm at too. So,
and I mean, it's funny because we talk to each other all day.
Yeah.
Like all day long.
Exactly.
Like I know, like every night I ask him, what's your schedule like tomorrow? What are you gonna do tomorrow? Because I like to know what he's doing his day. I like to give him support because he works so hard, he works so much. So I like to ask him like, what are you doing? So like I kind of know exactly where he's going to be. Yeah, so in our relationship, I feel like tracking our phones is something 100% positive.
Right.
But now I want to go to a more fun subject,
Okay.
which is meeting our in-laws.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I met your parents, of course. Like I met your mom and Bill when we first got engaged.
Right.
We went to dinner at Red
Lobster.
Red Lobster. Yeah, and she was always really sweet to me. But we do have like it's like kind of difficult for us to talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to watch because sometimes I say something and she understands something totally different.
Yeah.
Like hey, do you like that food? And she's like, oh no, my shirt is blue. It's like
I didn't ask what color your shirt was. It has to be like the food.
It's like, and it's like both ways, right? Sometimes she tries
She'll
to tell me
say
something,
yeah.
and I'm like, I can't understand anything. This is not about being from a different culture, but it's about like English being my second language. And Kim and your dad, they all also just open their arms. Like I feel 100% comfortable with them. I trust them. I love them. Like I really consider them like my parents here in the US.
Yeah.
I know that we can call them at any time, and they will do anything possible to like help us with anything we need.
Sure.
And I love celebrating the holidays at their house.
Yes.
They love drinking. I love drinking with my mom-in-law. She's really fun every time. I'm not kidding. Like every holiday, everyone is done eating, and we are both drunk at the table talking something that is like, why are you guys talking about that?
While we're all just in the living room watching football or a game or something, you guys are just getting the fun time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And for you was different, right? We already talked about you meeting my mama on the last video, but you met my dad after we were married.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, normally, like especially in American culture, it's probably in most cultures, I would assume, but you typically talk to the father of the person you're going to ask to marry, which I did, by the way. It was just over the phone because I wasn't down in Brazil at that point. But yeah, just
a second. He texted my dad on WhatsApp, and it was a really sweet text. And then my dad, I'm just in love with my dad. My dad answer was really sweet. I just wanted to say that.
So sweet. But yeah, so we talked over the phone about it, but yeah, it's kind of different. You know, being from a different culture, like I've never met him. I've never like shook his hand or like looked him straight in the eye or anything. So it's kind of a weird kind of feeling.
We're the position.
It was a weird position for me. It's like, hey, I'm going to marry your daughter, but I've never actually met you before. Sorry. Hopefully you like me. But I don't know.
He does.
I just think I was comfortable in that situation because I was comfortable with you, and you talked so much about your family, so I felt like I kind of already knew them pretty well. And also I felt comfortable with myself because I obviously know who I am and the type of person that I'm going to be. So I think it just like made sense. Like it wasn't as big of a deal as it might have like been, you know, like, or as it could have been, I should say. So
yeah, it's funny because I've like talking to him and like just seeing like his expressions like on his face, I could see that he was also comfortable, you know. He wanted to come here and like meet you and like be at the wedding, but it was like we didn't actually have a party, we didn't actually have like anything planned,
right.
So it wasn't like the right time for him to come, but I could see that he was feeling really comfortable with my decision too, and he was happy for me, he was happy for us. Yeah. And like you said, I am really close to my family. Like I talk to my mom and my sister every single day. I talk to my mom, my sister, and my dad every single day because we have our WhatsApp group. You have to deal with my homesick, right? And since my sister had her baby, it's been 100% harder. It's really harder to be like away from my parents and from my sister, but like being away from my niece, it's bad. It's just painful.
It's the baby of the family.
Yeah, she's the baby.
Sasa.
She's the baby girl. You have to deal when I'm sad, when I'm feeling homesick, and it's nothing that we can do. Like it's a 23-hour plus.
It takes a day to get there, so it's not like you can just go there in an hour and see your parents. Unfortunately,
everyone that lives away from their family, they have to deal with that. And one thing that it bothers me that it's not something that I can control, but I feel towards you. Sometimes I get like jealous that you have to spend all this time with family. all the
'Cause my
holidays
parents
with the
live like
family.
10, 15 minutes from us, so we
Yeah.
can literally get there as quick as we need to, like
Yeah.
whenever we want. It's
And
not a hard thing to do.
and I feel better because sometimes I feel like that, and I tell you, like I'm always honest with him. Like
Yeah.
if I'm feeling upset about that, I just tell you. I know that it's not something right or nice to feel because it was my decision to move here.
Mhm.
It's not like something that you made me do. No one made me do.
I forced her to come here.
That was my decision. But I know that's something that all my friends deal with, and all their husbands and
Yeah.
wives, they have to, all their partners have to deal with that too.
Do your friends ever say anything about that? Like there's, because you, like you said, you do have a few friends that are the same situation as us, and like how does that impact them?
Well, I know that they also feel homesick. They also like miss like birthdays, miss being there for
Yeah.
birthdays, for holidays. But we never spoke about them feeling a little jealous, feeling
Okay.
about their partner actually enjoying their
Yeah.
family.
I think it's a normal feeling to have, though. I know I would feel the same way too. It's just, yeah, it's just a natural. I think it's a natural feeling to be wanting to be around your actual family that you grew
Yeah.
up with your whole life, and you're the most comfortable with them out of anyone in this world. So that makes total sense for sure.
Yeah. So talking about my family, we are going there for Christmas and New Year's. So it's gonna
Let's
be
go.
it's gonna be Chris's first time in Brazil for the holidays.
For the holidays,
For the
yes.
holidays,
I was gonna
yes.
say not the first time ever. And it's a dog.
And
Oh,
look
it's a
who came to
dog.
say hi. You wanna say hi again, huh? Say hi.
Oh, my
Say hi
dog.
to them too. She wanted to lay down where my cup was. But coming back, it's gonna be your first time in
First
Brazil for the
time
holidays.
for the holidays, yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time since 2016.
Mhm.
So we are really excited.
Let's go. Oh, let's go. Oh,
So it's gonna be totally different for you. I mean, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
tropical Christmas,
Yeah.
tropical New Year's.
going to the beach for Christmas. I'm excited. Yeah, we're used to doing lots of snow and really cold weather here, so it'll be a good change. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So I'm really excited for the food too. The food
Yes.
is really
Oh,
different.
Yes.
What
very-
usually do we eat here for like a Christmas?
A typical American Christmas meal would be like, ham or prime rib or turkey, kind of similar to Thanksgiving.
And it's really, really yummy.
Really good. Yeah.
But
So-
but of course we're gonna have different food
Yeah,
now.
I'm super excited to do something different and be somewhere different too.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time I was somewhere else for Christmas, besides like here in my city that I'm, the area that I'm from. So it'll be a fun new experience, I think, for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really 100% a different experience for you, my baby.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really fun.
Nice.
Yeah, so we are so excited to go to Brazil. We are not really excited about the trip because,
No.
like we said, it's like a whole day to get in my city.
Yeah.
We have like 4 flights now.
4 flights, yeah.
4 flights, yeah.
Yep.
And it's over 23 hours to get in Maceió.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. Maceió is beautiful. Yeah, so I think this is pretty much everything that we wanted to talk about. Our difference of culture.
Mhm.
Of course, there are like so many other things. Like if you guys have any questions about this topic or any
Yeah.
other topic, just ask us in the comment, or you can ask us on our social media. This is our social media here. I'm gonna put here for you guys to see. I'm always posting our routine, our daily routine here. I'm always posting Ellie. I'm always posting everything that
Just
we do
fun
here.
stuff that we do. Yeah. Living the life.
Yeah. So that's it. We are going to get ready to start filming our next video. It's going to be Chris trying to say name of Brazilian cities and Brazilian food. And we have some Brazilian food here that we are going to try. Well,
Yum.
at least I'm going to try.
No, me too.
And we see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
You didn't tell them to like, subscribe, comment.
And don't forget to like this video and subscribe in our channel. We would really appreciate that.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next video.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.